Hello everyone, this is Plankera, and welcome to my universe. Today, I'm going to continue rigging Shalom for Path to Nowhere. Last time, I finished up most of the hair, and I think it's looking pretty good. I just got a couple of things I want to fix on this side of her back hair. A few more extensive things that I want to try on the right side, because when I swing her head around like this, I don't know, it's a little bit extreme on this side, I feel. So I think there's some things I can do to make that a little bit better. But first, I'm going to start with the easier stuff and just, I don't know. I think I can make this look a little bit better. Just the upward turn and the downward turn, and then a little bit kind of lighting things up over on the left side too. I think I might have rushed the back hair a little bit. It's okay, what can I say? I wanted to try to get through as much of it as I could. That's alright. That's what the future self is for. Here to save the day as usual. So yeah, I'll touch that up a little bit. And, you know, with any luck, maybe I can get through all the hair-related stuff today. I can get the rest of this, the backside of her hair done, and then do the shadows. I think I'm only going to do the head shadows. I will do the body shadows when I do the, over the shoulder, the hair that goes over her shoulder. But, yes. That is the plan right now. Hello there again. Today is rigging day. And I am making adjustments to all the hair behind her head here. I think I'm finally approaching the end of the, of the head turns. I am quite excited for that because I've been going at it for a while now. And it'll be nice when it's all done. This is a female character. This is official art from a game that I like to play, and I just cut it out and decided to rig it for fun. That is basically the entire story. Probably not. This is just something I felt like doing. There's, shenanigans with using a copyrighted character, so... It's like if I ever do actually use it, it would probably be sparingly for very specific things. But I still had a pretty good time making it. I like the art in this game. It's very pretty. This is a royalty-free playlist that I have. So no. Inochi Creator does not have its own BGM. Oh, I don't mind. Yeah, I like it too. It is good to do art stuff too. This highlight here on the back of her hair gives me more trouble, I swear. But it's okay. I think I'm slowly deciphering it. Just gonna take things slow as always, because if I try to go too fast, it just ends up taking longer. I don't know. I mean, I think it's a nice design. I mean, I have part of it hidden right now because, there's a big flower on it. Let me... Yeah, I have the... There we go. There's a big flower on it. But it was covering part of her hair when I was trying to work on it, so I just hid it for the time being, and I'll add it back in when I come to do the body. It's not relevant to me right now. Right now, I am just worried about her face and hair. The hair, man. There is so much hair. Alright, I need to stare at this carefully. And really get an understanding of what is going on here. Okay. So down this way. This way. I mean, this one was bald for a while. But now the hair's almost done, so she doesn't need to be bald anymore. But yes, there was many a day where I had parts and even the entirety of the hair hidden in order to rig other parts, because it's very hard to rig the face with the, with the hair on at first. Yep, no more bald Shalom. And hello there, Vivi. We're approaching the end. I think I'm almost there. Do I get this to move? I'm still suffering from past mistakes with how I meshed this. So I am still struggling to see exactly what triangle is controlling that particular area. I guess it's supposed to be like this? Okay. I think I got it. Did I get it close enough? Let me see without the mesh on it. How are we doing? Yeah, maybe a little bit more thickness on the very tip of it, but otherwise, yeah, that's fine. Just like right up here. Okay. Right now I'm just kind of staring at the mesh because it gives me a good idea of where... I don't know, I guess the the vertices are panicking. Good idea of where the spacing is changing and all that kind of stuff. So that this way I can just get them spaced a little bit more accurately. Accurate, yes. In this case, I just birthed myself, so... Makes sense. I am the personification of the Big Bang, so it makes sense that I would just spontaneously exist. Alright, let me see how this is going so far. This highlight really does give me more problems. Okay, but I think the top part is good. Okay, I'm gonna take a break from that annoying highlight, and I'm gonna come over here and fix the angle on this part here. Just the way this shadow is going down. The angle was fanning out a little bit when I don't think it should have. So I wanted to get it to go straight down. Yeah, there we go. That's a little bit better. And then this guy here, I'm gonna have it be a little bit more straight as well. Well, I mean, I think it's common knowledge that our galaxy is rotating around a supermassive black hole, but not sure about inside one. Admittedly, I'm not really up to date on a lot of science news. I've been wanting to read more of that, but I just don't really have time. It's unfortunate. Not nearly enough time to do all the things I want to do. I mean, I think it's cool. I like it. I always wish I could keep up with it more, but I can't. That's why I say I'm not really up to date on a lot of modern stuff, but I know the basics. There are definitely people that know more than me. And when it comes down to it, I am an artist, not a scientist. I mostly chase the science end of things out of curiosity, so... Unfortunately, that means it falls to the wayside pretty fast when I get busy with other things. Yes. I do mostly art streams. Lately, I've just been rigging this model, and it was only recently that I started doing the occasional game stream. And even that is twice a week versus the, 5 that I do art stuff. Although I guess this week it's 4 because I'll be doing Infinity Nikki tomorrow. So that's an extra game stream for this week. And honestly, I might do an extra Subnautica stream next week because I've been having a good time. I don't know. I still haven't decided. Schedule will be posted tomorrow. When I actually decide what I'm going to be doing this week. Or next week. Yes. This week is not over yet. My brain is living like 3 days in the future. It does that. I wish it would stop sometimes. Indeed I am. Let's see here. I think I might want to take like this whole side, just drag it over here a little. Okay. So I think I've cleaned up over here, so now I can go back to that highlight that does not get along with me. It sits right next to the strand from hell. I think they're conspiring. Hello there, Yeji Kitty. Good luck. It's okay. I'm happy to be background music while people do their homework. Oh no. Well, that's fortunate at least. Yep, I've been going at it for a while. I am going to try very hard to finish it this month. Might even do the occasional gorilla stream if it demands it. But I can't do those very often, unfortunately. I just... does not work out with the nature of my current schedule. Deeply unfortunate, but some Saturdays I might be able to pull it off. Some Fridays, maybe, too. But I don't know. I'll figure it out. But I think I am about ready to move on to something else. What, do you not want to, get this volunteering position, or are you procrastinating because resumes are hard? Understandable either way, but... Pain. Okay. I mean, it's a volunteer position. They don't tend to be quite as picky there. So, you know, just let them know what you think you could do. Because, I mean, there's a reason you're trying to volunteer for this, right? Like, you think that you can do something for them. Presumably. So, there you go. That's what you write. What you want to accomplish and what you think you bring to the table. That's all. Oh, this is her official art. I didn't draw this one, I just cut it out so I could rig it. This is taken from the game. Colors might be a little bit off here because I had to do some upscaling to the image in order to get it to be large enough to be riggable. But, yep, this is an image taken from the game itself. Oh yeah, I think the art in this game is very pretty. It's been fun to work with, albeit very hard. Maybe, jumping into something this difficult was a little bit premature, given that I am relatively new to rigging. I'm not sure if Big Sister is the kind of, is the word I'd use for her, but... Alright, I think I'm starting to wrangle this guy. It's still definitely a bit messy. I think I'm okay with a little bit of it not perfectly lining up, though. Because much like how I handle the highlights on the rest of the hair, I think it's okay if highlights move around just a little bit. But man, there's a few places on here that I feel like they're moving around a lot. I don't think I like it. Yeah, like right there, still moving around a lot. Okay. I keep thinking that this highlight should be moving a different direction, but it just doesn't. Gotta respect the way it wants to move. Don't know, but I don't really plan to do a bunch of changes to her cheeks or anything. I think they're fine. I do plan to make a few changes to the face a little bit later, but that's just because I don't like the way her eyes are in the upper turns and her mouth in the lower turns. But those are the only things that I really plan on changing here. Alright, I'm gonna actually start straightening out the bottom part a little bit too. Mostly because I'm sick of staring at the top part. Such things happen. Yes. I cannot figure out what controls that part of the highlight. But I think that's close enough. Okay, that's fine. So now I just gotta do the same to the bottom half here. Let's see, how should you move? How should you move? That is my question for the time being. I am really not concerned with saving. It's fine. These are not things you have to worry about. Just sit back and have a good time. I have these things managed. It's fine. I know what I'm doing. Okay. So I think the next thing that I really need to do is I just need to kind of straighten things through here. I think I have them a little bit too curved. I always forget how just so very straight her hair is. I mean, if it happens, I'll just do it again. It's not that big a deal. It really isn't. It's fine. And blackouts aren't common in my area. No need to panic, my friend. Just sit back and enjoy the show. It's really not. It's fine. And I stream for like 2 hours at a time. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Look, people react differently to different things. I mean, it's fine if other people consider it a big deal, but for me, it's really not. So please, don't worry about it. It's fine. All is well. The world is fantastic. That's why I say, don't worry about it. What I do, not so much your problem. These are not things you gotta manage. I am perfectly capable of managing my own affairs. Okay, I need to hide some hair so that I can see what I'm doing. Because there's the spot right here underneath where I cannot... or something's wrong and I need to actually... okay. I need to actually see it. Yeah. I mean, I always have a pretty good time working on this. It has been a very fun project indeed. Alright. Have a nice day. Thanks for stopping by. So yeah, hiding that layer is making this a little bit easier now. But I keep testing it. I keep wanting to slide her to the right for some reason, and that is probably interfering with my ability to see some things. I do wish that there was a way that I could snap it so I could only go up and down and would not shift around like this. But such a feature does not currently exist. So let's try to get that shape. Okay. I think that's probably good. And over here I see signs of all the vertices kind of squishing themselves together. So that tells me I need to stretch these out a bit. These vertices want more personal space. I can never blame them. Personally, I like having a lot of personal space. Okay, but hopefully with that, this will cover a lot of the problems that I was having. Just fix some spacing in a couple of other areas here while I'm here. Alright, let's turn the hair back on and take a look. See if I think this looks okay. Bottom's still a little bit weird looking. But up the top looks good, so I'm satisfied with that progress so far. And my foot is falling asleep. Doesn't normally happen this fast, but I guess I sat on it in just the right position this time. The foot demands blood. Alright, so last thing I need to do is try to eliminate that bulgy feeling. This part is kind of interesting because some of it is dropping behind the shoulder, and I think that's why it was looking bulgy, because I was keeping a similar shape even though part of the hair was going behind her. And I need to account for that. But I think I know just what to do. I'll clean up the very edge once I'm satisfied with the way everything else looks. But first, I want to get the general shape down. I think I've already wasted a bit of time worrying about the edge a little bit prematurely. So now I'm gonna be a little bit more careful about doing that. Now that I've noticed that things are perhaps a little bit more off than I gave them credit for. It's okay, that's why I am revisiting this today. Because the me of Wednesday, or Thursday, yes, Thursday. Since yesterday, I played Subnautica. But the me of Thursday did not quite manage to get all this done. I don't know, it still feels like there's a little twist to it there. And I don't want it to feel like it's twisting, I just want to feel like it's falling down. So, I think that means I need to pull things out this way. Yeah. But now this part looks all wrinkly. Okay, let's see what the mesh has to say again. Something like that, maybe? Yeah, and then just... Okay, there we go. I think I got the best of both worlds there. Alright, almost there. Just need to tuck in that highlight a little bit more in a couple of spots. Kinda like this. And I take notes on how not to mesh things in the future, because man, it is so difficult to predict how things will move. It really is. Just feels like every vertex controls like 5 different things, and that is just not a way you want a mesh to be. I still feel like there's a little bit of a twist at the bottom where it shouldn't be twisting. So it's still leaving me a little bit unsatisfied. Let's see here. Part of this is going to be covered by her coat when I turn it back on. But I do want to make sure that it's at least passable with the coat off. Because I do want her to be able to be functional without the coat. I want the coat to be able to come off in a toggle. Alright. Let's see. I'm hoping that the other ones are gonna be a little bit more cooperative than this one. But I think this is okay. I might take another look at it again tomorrow, but I think for today, this is fine. So let's take a look at the bottom turn. Yeah, the bottom turn has that kind of weird twist to it too. But I think I know how to fix this one, and I think it will be a little bit easier. Especially because the annoying highlight that always gives me trouble actually looks okay on this angle. So that's very nice. So I think all I really have to do is fix the bottom. Yeah, the top does indeed look good. It probably helps that most of that highlight is hidden, thoroughly shoved under the rugs. This way I don't have to see it. And that does indeed make my life a little bit easier. It's always nice when the hard parts are just out of the way. Okay, no, I think that's good. Let's take another look at the top here. It's not super smooth, the transition up and down here, so let's poke at this a little bit more. Okay, when I went in today, I was not expecting this top turn to be quite as hard as it was. I figured that, oh look, I got some small things I want to fix on a couple of other turns. It'll be fine. It was not fine. Well, no, it is fine, but... It is fine, but perhaps more time-consuming than I would have liked. But I do think it looks better. And that's what a lot of this comes down to, just trying to make things as good as I can make them. Or it's the same spot every time. Right there. There's just something about the way this curves that just breaks my brain every time. And I cannot seem to get it the way that I want. I am glad that I'm going to be covering this up almost entirely on the right turns. So that this way I don't have to worry about it. I can just shove the hard part under the rug and pretend it doesn't exist. I might try to do that to an extent on the left turns too if I can get away with it. But nothing to be done on this top turn. If I tried to hide this at all, it would just look weird. Alright, let's go take a look at the left turn itself here. Okay, left turn actually looks really good. So let's go ahead and do my bottom turns here. Just fix up the couple of small things here. And then I'll go back to the top turn, because I feel like I'm just flailing at this point, so that tells me that let's let my eyes look at something else for a little bit, and I'll see what happens. Gotta go ahead and line it up with the bottom turn here. Yeah. There we go. And then I think I want to tuck in the very bottom piece of this highlight in just a little here. Which is nice because, once again, it means I get to hide part of the part that I find hard. So I don't have to worry about it. Always a good time. Man, I swear, in the time that I've been flailing at that top turn, I have gotten so many other ones done. The other ones are just easier. Okay, let's go. Now that I've done these three, let's go take a look at my right turn. So what I wanted to try here is I wanted to pull a little bit more of just literally everything a little bit further to the right here. The good news is that means that the annoying highlight will be completely covered up, so I won't have to worry about it. And so I want to see if that looks good. In theory, I feel like it should. Yeah, it seems much less volatile when I shake her head around here. So I think that will look... I think that'll look good. Now let's see where exactly I think this part and this lighter part should go. I'm gonna push it just a little further over. See how that looks. Yeah, that looks nice. I like this. Okay. Yeah, I think that looks pretty good. So let's clean that up a little bit. And then I can figure out how to transfer it over to the other right turns. And look at that. No annoying highlight I have to worry about. Alright, now I just kind of have to define where the edge of her hair is going to be. I have to be careful with this because I can see that this strand is like right on the edge of this back part. And I do not think that will look very good. Yeah, this definitely needs to be tucked in more. In fact, I think I can probably get away with just shoving it behind this small strand here. So maybe this area too can just be thoroughly hidden under the rug where I don't have to worry about it. Always saves me a lot of trouble. And I see that I somehow missed a little piece of hair there. I need to fix that. I think I know which strand it is, fortunately, so should not be too hard to fix. In fact, I think I'll do that right now. It's gonna be... Where are you? This one, right? Yeah. Back under the rug with you. Okay. Perfect. Alright, now I can start cleaning the rest of this up. See what happens. There's a spot there that's not getting smooth the way that I feel like it should, so I'm gonna check to see what vertices control this and why it is not doing what I want it to do. Definitely gonna have to make that kind of dark reddish purple spot a little bit cleaner, but easier said than done here because I am compressing things quite a lot. Let's lift this part up and see if that helps. Yeah, that helped a little. Probably enough for how visible it is. I think most of that's going to get covered up, so... yeah, I think that's good. Looks very nice. Okay. Let's look at the top turn again. See if looking away from it for a little bit will let me figure out what I want to do. Unfortunately, my usual method of consulting the mesh when things are just not lining up and nothing I do seems to help is not working this time. The mesh here is very chaotic, so it's very hard to read. And I'm just not quite sure why this area is so unhappy. Let me see, what does it look like without this strand here? Maybe I can use this slightly... I mean, it's a darker light area, but it's still a light area. The one right next to it. To kind of figure out what's going on here. Let's see, how is that supposed to look anyway? There is like a weird lump there. I did not make the edge of the hair here very smooth, did I? When I was cutting this? I think I correctly deduced that it wasn't that big a deal, but... now it is making me have a little bit of trouble reading things. I'm gonna stare at this for a little bit and see what I can work out. It's because I don't know what it is. But this area does not wish to work with me, and I'm very sad about it. Truly, I am very sad about it. I want all of my little vertices to get along. Yet it seems like these ones just do not want to play nice. They're very grouchy. Very grouchy today. Maybe they didn't have breakfast, I don't know. But I still want to get them into good spots where they can be happy. No matter how difficult they make it for me. Okay, that's a little bit better. So that means I think I found at least part of it. Okay. Yeah, I think that looks okay. Let me actually make just the very top of the highlight just a little bit longer here. Everything else I think is fine. Okay. Now I want to hide this part again, just so I can see through here a little bit better. It looks like some stuff through here is getting a little bit stretched out. So while the vertices before wanted a little bit of personal space, seems like these ones want to be a little bit closer together. And personally, I think that is also fine. Oh wait, this is the wrong spot. Okay. Do not need to be adjusting things on my default layer. That would not go well. The default is supposed to be just what the art looks like as I cut it, before I move anything. If I start moving that around, there's going to be problems. Okay, am I any closer here? A little bit. Although, this spot right here, kind of the base of this little dark area, has a bit of a bump to it. And I flattened that bump out quite a bit. So let's put it back. A little bit more. Just a little bit more. And then on the back part here, it kind of follows the bump. So I don't actually think that the width of the hair changes very much, or the width of the highlight, I should say. It's just the path it follows. There's a little curl there. Okay, that's fine. Turn hair back on. How's the whole thing look? Can she nod and have all be well? You know what? I think she can. So now I can start going back into the upper turns and making sure that everything is lining up there the way that I think it should. Okay, the very bottom of the highlight here is just a little bit too high, but otherwise I think this angle actually looks pretty good. Okay, I think that's probably good enough. Yeah, I think that looks fine. Swing her head around, she looks okay. Highlight moves a little bit much, but no, I think it's okay. Yeah. Alright, so now time to line things up here, since I did change it a lot. And actually, I think this is a case where if I just unset things, I will actually save myself some time. What the unset does is it undoes all the specific changes that I made on this particular turn, and then takes and just interpolates the changes that I have on nearby areas. So in this case, the right and the top, and kind of mashes them together. And it just happens that's exactly what I want here. And then, with the big details already in place for me, I can just go in and clean it up a little bit. Easy peasy. Although there I did it completely wrong, so I'm just going to try again. Oh, the joy of digital art. You do something completely wrong and you can just go, oops, and try again. No material cost wasted or anything. And it's easy. It erases perfectly, and all is well. Okay, I feel like here is... the shape of the edge there is not quite right. It's like on the pure right turn, I was able to just shove it under the strand and not worry about it. But I don't think I can get away with that here. So I kind of have to line things up properly. Oh no, I have to try. How dare. I swear, these upward turns are proving to be so much harder than the lower ones today. Even here, I'm really struggling to find the right balance between some of these elements. Art is hard. I think that will just always be a truth of the world. Art is hard. At least when you actually care about the result. When I'm just derping around, art can actually be pretty easy. But, if I care about the result, art is quite hard. Okay, no, I think this is right. Now I can just go and kind of try to smooth out the edge here. It was just a little bit crunchy. And hopefully with that edge smoothed out, that this is fine. And I'll just have an easier time on my lower turn. Can you guess who is ready to be done with back hair? Honestly, I'm pretty ready to be done with hair in general. I've been at it for a while. But currently, I still think my assessment from the beginning that the hair would take more time than the rest of the model combined is still very much accurate. Especially since I do not plan to go and do anything super complicated anywhere except the head. The head is gonna get all of my attention. Okay, and then I see that there's this little guy in here. The color is almost the same, so it's pretty hard to see. I'm not even sure if the color difference is strong enough that you'll be able to see it on the stream, just because the colors on my monitor are a little bit more rich and accurate than what may show up after having to go through like OBS and encoding and stuff. But nonetheless, I feel like I should get it at least kinda right. So let's spend a moment just getting that. I think I can spare a moment for it. Man, there's so many vertices here panicking. They're just in areas that are mostly covered up, so I haven't really been worrying about it. But they are panicking so much. It's oddly adorable, really. Okay, how's this? Does this line up now? Yeah, that looks pretty nice. Alright, let's get the lower turn. And once again, I think I'm just gonna unset there. Oh, and look! All the annoying stuff is under the rug. Life is wonderful. I don't have to worry about anything this time. I got a nice little break after the hell that is the upward turns. And I can just shove all of this over there. I might want a little bit on the bottom showing, I'm not sure yet. Gonna see how it looks. No, I don't need anything showing. Nice. I can just hide it all. And all my problems will just disappear. And now I just wrangle a bit of the interpolation, because some of the areas between the keyframes look a little bit wonky to me. Yeah, maybe the very bottom does need to show. Only like this part right there. I might need to hide the side bang for a second. Yep, let's do that. And this one too. And this one too. Okay. That should be enough. The only part I care about is this dark part here. Because that's the only part that I really see anything looking kind of bad in the area between my two keyframes. So once I have that looking all right, I think that's good. I'm not going to worry about anything else. Unfortunately, once again, it kind of has that quality that makes it feel like it's rotating, and I don't like it. I also don't entirely know what's causing it. Because as always, art is hard. Sometimes figuring these things out is hard too. But that's why I just keep trying until I eventually get it right. Alright, I think I need to hide another little strand here. Which one is it? It's that one? Yes. There we go. That should let me get some of this stuff at the bottom lined up and looking nice. Because some of this is actually visible, so I want to make sure that it looks good. Okay, I think that's good. I think I still have some adjustments to make, but I want to make sure that at least the parts between the keyframes here all looks fine. Yeah, I think so. Let me just clean up this edge a little. So I see a little bit of the very bottom of the back hair in this angle. And I think that is okay. Okay, yeah, that is good. Now I just have a couple of things to fix right through here, and I think all will be well. And I can do the hair shadows. I still have time for that. Definitely got pulled into something a little bit more complicated than I thought it would be. But no, I think I wrangled it. I think all is well. And indeed, when I swing her head around, I see less, I don't know, dancing and things looking bad over on that side. Okay, yeah, I think I can be happy with that. Let's go do her head shadows. So let me get a good look of what they look like just on the default. So they're very small over on this side and a little bit thicker on this side. Okay. These tend to be a bit easier on me, so here's hoping that I just get a nice little break. On this angle, I think I want the ones on this side of her eye to be a little bit thinner than they are on the default, and the ones cast from the bang to be a little bit thicker. I think that makes sense with how the lighting changes, and plus it makes her eye look very ominous, which is always a good time. Perfect for her. I always like to try to think about the mood I'm trying to set as well. Okay, I think that was a bit too much on the bottom there, but I think on, like, the side, that was perfect. So I might need to adjust there. Yeah, I think I do. I think it's just a little bit too thick. Right here. Let's push it in just a tiny bit. Yeah, that looks pretty nice. And now I just need to adjust the ones over here. Because yes, I did push that, like, entire side bang a little bit to the left. So the shadows there got covered up. So now it's time to bring them back. And then this strand of hair has its own shadow part. So we'll get that on her cheek. Just like that. Yeah, I like that. Now let's do the right side. And so on the right turn, it's going to be the exact opposite. The shadow cast by the side bang will be much thicker. Which fortunately still gives a wonderfully ominous eye. I really do like it when she just looks so properly ominous. It's very in character, and it makes me happy. And the side bang here will be a little bit less noticeable. Make it nice and small. And on the other side of the front bang, I'll make this one a little bit bigger. A little bit too thick there. Okay, I think that's fine. And then this last piece, this will be very thin, but I do want it to show just a little bit. Just to add a little bit of division between her face and the hair. I think that'll look good. But I want it to be very, very subtle. Even by this artist's standards. Yeah, I see it just a little bit. Might need a little bit more of that bottom area, but I think... no, I did a little bit more at the top too. I was gonna say, I think the top is fine, but no, just a little bit more here. Alright, and the same with this little loose strand. Just let it peek. Just a little bit. Okay, there we go. Top turn. Let's see, how do I want the shadows to be here? Probably roughly the same in most areas. I don't think I want them to change very much. So that just means that I need a little bit more shadow showing underneath her bangs there. And a little bit more showing on the right side of her head. But not quite that much. I think the top part looks fine, but I put a little bit too much around her eyes there. It's like this one. Her right eye is the ominous one. The one on my left. The other one can stay a little bit less ominous. Okay. Now for the bottom. And once again, I don't think I want things to change very much. So this time I want to add a little bit more thickness to the left side here. I felt like it was getting a little bit thin at the bottom. And otherwise, I think this seems fine. I mean, I need to fix the right side as well. Yeah, everything else seems okay. So there wasn't too much to fix. That is good news. Makes my life a little bit easier. And there we go. Okay, now time to check the corners. I might just unset all the shadows here. Let me see, what are they called? Hair bang, side bottom left hair. Bang, side bottom left shadow. Hair. Let's just do that on all of them so I don't have to look for it everywhere. Okay. Next one. Hair bang, side bottom loop shadow. So that'll be you. Just unset everywhere. Okay. Hair bang front. Hair bang front shadow. Perfect. So I'll let the interpolation help here. And I will make whatever little corrections are necessary. Hair bang side right. Hair bang side right shadow. Okay. So I can see that there are some spots that need to get a little bit smoothed. But for the most part, looks pretty alright. Actually, there's a spot that needs to get smoothed in this top turn. I should look at these a little bit more closely. Okay. That wasn't so bad. I'm just gonna go ahead and check my other angles just to make sure there's nothing that needs to be smoothed. And there are a few places, so let's go ahead and smooth that before I fix up the corners. Let the interpolation do as much work for me as possible. I'm just gonna start with this left side here. I'll do one side at a time. Let's see, do I need to fix anything over here? No, well, this seems pretty smooth. Let's see, just... Nope, that is perfect. Okay, a little bit of smoothing here. Now I'm looking at this area on the right side. Okay, I think that's fine. Let's check the bottom. Bottom seems fine. And now I'll check the front bang. Just make sure that there's nothing that's a little bit rough. Okay, there actually is something I want to fix on the front bang here. Over on the left turn. Yeah, that's a bit better. A little bit more, I think. There's just a little spot where there's a gap in the bangs that I didn't feel like the shadow was following it quite properly. Actually, I don't feel like the shadow is following a lot of these tips quite right. Glad I decided to double check. It looks like the top and bottom need a little bit of that correction as well. The shadows on the tips of the bangs are just a little bit more finicky than they are in some other areas. They know where they want to be. It's gotta follow the hair very well. Otherwise it just looks wrong, you know? Alright, here we go. So I think I'm going to do that the same way, and since I've been looking at the tips of the bangs, I'm going to start there. I'm just going to do the tips on every angle, and then I'll go back and look at the other parts of the shadows, rather than doing each turn one at a time. I don't know, this is what I've decided. This will work as fine as any other way to do it, and I have no idea what the heck happened here. This is completely wrong. Interpolation, what are you doing? Do you even see what you just did? Oh, that's fine. I can fix it. Trying to use the interpolation to help you is always a mixed bag, so it's fine. Alright, that looks pretty good. And yeah, this one is having some of the same issues. Why is it wanting to go so far over? I guess it just, the nature of how the turn moved the bank itself. I guess it makes some sense. I'm still just surprised, though. I was expecting it to be a little bit smoother than that. Otherwise, I might not have bothered to just unset everything. Might need to do another pass on this, but that's alright. I can do that. I do think that finishing up all of the head shadows here today will be the last thing that I do. It'll probably take me a little bit. Corners are just always a bit of a thing. Always a bit of an adventure. There we go. Looking a bit smoother there. I don't think that's quite lined up right, though. Is it? Oh, that's actually pretty close. Okay, that's good. Just got a little lumpy spot over here. Everything's just all lumpy. So I just need to smooth that out a little. And I don't feel like the shadow here is quite the right length, so I'm lengthening it just a little. Yeah, there we go. That's lighting up better. Oh, I still remember when I held hope that I could just copy and paste the mesh from the front bank itself in order to make everything look right. But it did not pan out. So now I'm just left with an overly complicated mesh on my hair shadows. I had a vision, it did not work. Always very sad when that happens. But it's okay, I think it was something I had to try in order to just properly see what works and what doesn't. It was a necessary stage in my growth. I kind of feel that way about a lot of this model, honestly, where now I really, really have a very strong idea of my abilities and limits. I definitely bit off more than I could chew. And now it's just stuck in my mouth, and I'm doing my best to not choke on it. It's alright, I think I'm managing. Mostly. Alright. One more corner for the hair tips. Just trying to get a good idea of what I need to adjust here. This one is not quite as bad as the others, which is nice. And I guess, since it's bothering me while I'm here, I'll go ahead and fix this upper part too. I actually think that was where most was going wrong with the shadows in this turn. Okay, I feel like she can nod. She can shake her head. I think I can make the shadow a little bit cleaner right here. Let's go ahead and fix up the front turn just a little bit, or not the front, the top turn. The top turn, just a little bit more. This way she can shake her head a little bit more nicely. Very important to be able to shake your head. Gotta know when to say no. Alright, now I think I'm going to move on to the next group, which is going to be this area that goes over her eyes. I want to... Definitely got to make sure that this is lined up nicely. Because I think this is, like, the best part of the shadows, like, seriously. The part that just goes over her eye and makes her look very ominous. Definitely my favorite shadow. Probably why I keep wanting to do it first. Because, I mean, I just think it makes the biggest difference. It is definitely my favorite. It's just always nice when you can see the difference that the work you're doing makes. And indeed, much like before, I feel like there's just a few areas that need to be smoothed out so that everything looks good. And I'm also not quite sure if the angle that things are sitting at on the left turn is quite right. Yeah, there we go. That should let it slide off her face. The shadow, that is, and line up a little bit more nicely there. Yeah, that is a bit better. Okay, yeah, I think that looks good. So let's carry on. Now it's time for the lower left. And the top part of the shadow from the bangs is just completely hiding. Can't have that. Gotta have properly ominous eyes. Very important. Very, very important. Not something I want to take lightly. Alright, yeah, that looks pretty good. On to the other side, where the shadow gets a little bit thicker. I'll go ahead and start in the lower turn, just go all the way around. No particular reason. Because I can, and I'm here. It's all the reason I need. I'm just trying to get it to be roughly the same thickness here. Yeah, that seems fine. And once again, I feel like the shadow on the front bang is hiding a little bit. And that is just not acceptable. It has to come out and show us its lovely face. It is supposed to be pretty thin, though, at this angle, if I recall, so... Gonna have to be careful. Especially since I know my natural inclination is to make her eye as ominous as possible. But no, the shadows must match. It's very important. Alright, and now the top. Okay, and here I actually feel like the shadow on the bangs is showing just a little bit too much. This one, it was actually a little bit too large. I think that is the only turn this happened on. Yeah, there we go. Okay. One more. So that'll be all the stuff all the way down here. Just all the way down the last remaining side of her face. Three layers to pay attention to. But I don't think it'll actually be that hard. Yeah, it's funny. 3 out of the 4 layers control the stuff over here, whereas only 2 out of the 4 over here. It's kind of funny how that shakes out. Alright. Yeah, I think this side is going to be the easiest, honestly. See if I eat those words, but the shadow here is just so subtle. Just barely visible in most cases. So I think it should be fairly straightforward to line up in theory. That might be too much. Let me see. Yeah, just a little bit. Just a little bit. Alright, yeah, I think all that's good. Now I just have to fix the shadow on that little loop right there. Just a little bit too thick. It's easy enough to just push it in, and then all will be well. And she can nod once more. Oh, no, I actually pushed it in way too much. Okay. I forgot that I was actually showing a reasonably decent amount of shadow there. Not as much as I had before, but more than I was giving credit. Alright, yeah, let's go ahead and do this corner now. So let's see, over here I don't think I show very much at all. But I do show some. And definitely more than what I have showing now. So I just want to be nice and gentle. A little bit more. A little bit more, and then I will go bring out the front bang too. Because he needs to show a little bit more over on this side. I let the shadow be a little bit thicker on this side. Not that thick, apparently. Once again, overdoing it. Man, you know you're getting tired when your tool showing up jump scares you a little bit. This menu kind of slides in. And for whatever reason, my brain was not expecting it, and I just got very surprised. Something like that actually has not happened to me before. Brains are funny. I think I might just be slightly on edge lately. Such things happen. Might also be related to why I've been having a lot of trouble sleeping. Being a bit on edge definitely makes it hard to sleep. Although to be fair, part of the reason that I had a bit of trouble sleeping last night was because I went and played a bunch of stuff with my kids, and it used muscles that I was not used to using. So they got a little bit sore, and because of that, it was really hard to get comfortable. Alright, there's some shadows in place. This one... Okay, this one's like 95% correct already. I don't even feel like I have to change that much. There we go. I think that's shadows. Which, you know, barring corrections I want to make tomorrow, means the hair is done. So that's honestly pretty exciting. Yes. I've been at it for a while, but I think the hair is finally finished. You know, until I have to do the hair over her shoulder. So yeah, tomorrow I'll do... Well, not tomorrow, because tomorrow's Infinity Nikki, but on Monday. Monday, yes. I will go and fix the last couple of things that I don't like about her face. And then I think the entirety of the head turns will be done. I might need to do a little bit of work to connect her neck a little bit better. Mostly in the upper turns, because, yeah, right here, it looks a little bit wonky. But I don't think that'll be too difficult, and I think I can just... Honestly, I might even do the body turns before I worry about that. So, very nice! I feel free! I feel so free. But this is where I will stop for today. So, thank you all for coming, and I hope you're able to make something wonderful today. I will see you all tomorrow.